What if the reason so many people feel quietly lost isn't that they're failing, but that they've been succeeding at the wrong thing? That's the central idea of a notable 2026 book by social scientist and best-selling author Arthur C. Brooks, which tackles one of the strangest problems of modern life. Why do so many people feel purposeless, even when they're materially stable? Why does doing everything right so often leave people feeling empty? The book pulls together behavioral science, philosophy, and religious traditions into a practical framework for building a life around values rather than status. And today, we're unlocking its key ideas, distilled, organized, and ready to use, without you needing to read all of it first. This is Summary Vault, and today's vault holds the meaning of your life. Let's open it up. Key Idea 1. Success and meaning are not the same thing, and confusing them is the root of the problem. The book's foundation is a distinction our culture constantly erases. We're taught that success and fulfillment are the same pursuit, that if you achieve enough, the sense of meaning arrives automatically as a reward. Brooks argues this is the central lie behind modern purposelessness. Success, status, wealth, achievement is one thing. Meaning is another, and it comes from a completely different source. When you spend your life pursuing the first, while assuming it will deliver the second, you end up exactly where so many people are, outwardly accomplished, inwardly empty. Untangling these two is the first and most important idea in the book. Key Idea 2. The Achievement Treadmill can never deliver a rival. Here's the mechanism behind the emptiness. Status and achievement operate like a treadmill. You set a goal, you reach it, you feel a brief hit of satisfaction, and then, almost immediately, the goalpost moves. The car, the title, the milestone that was going to make you feel like you'd arrived becomes the new normal within weeks, and you're off chasing the next thing. The book's point is that this isn't a personal failing. It's how the machine is built. The treadmill's entire design is to keep you running, which means it structurally cannot ever deliver a lasting sense of arrival. Understanding this frees you from the illusion that the next achievement will finally be the one that fills the gap. It won't. None of them can. Key Idea 3. Meaning comes from values, not scoreboards. So if not from achievement, where does real fulfillment come from? The book's answer is values, living in genuine alignment with what you actually believe matters, rather than chasing the external scoreboards of money, status, and recognition that the culture hands you. This is the pivot of the whole book. Meaning is found not by climbing higher on society's ladder, but by making sure your life actually reflects your deepest values. The person who feels purposeful isn't necessarily the most successful. It's the one whose daily life is aligned with what they truly care about. That alignment is the source the treadmill can never touch. Key Idea 4. The answer draws on 3 sources, not one. A distinctive feature of the meaning of your life is where it looks for wisdom. Rather than relying on a single lens, Brooks braids together 3. Behavioral science, for hard evidence on what actually affects human well-being. Philosophy, for rigorous thinking about what a good life is. And religious traditions, for humanity's oldest, most tested accumulated wisdom about meaning. The key takeaway here is that the question of purpose is too big for any one discipline. Science can measure, philosophy can reason, and tradition carries thousands of years of lived human insight. The book's framework is stronger for pulling from all 3, and it's a useful model for how to think about big life questions generally. Don't rely on a single source. Key Idea 5. The practical move is to restructure life around values on purpose. Finally, the actionable core. The book doesn't stop at diagnosis. It pushes toward practice. The essential move is to deliberately identify what you actually value, and then restructure your choices, your time, your goals, your very definition of success, around those values instead of around status. It means consciously shifting the question that drives your decisions from how do I get ahead to what is this for, And does it align with what I believe matters? That reorientation, repeated across the choices of a life, is how the book says you climb down off the treadmill and toward something that actually fulfills. Now, the honest note from the vault, because we summarize with integrity. 2 things worth flagging. First, these ideas, meaning over status, the emptiness of the treadmill, are genuinely ancient, and the meaning of your life knows it. That's why it draws on old traditions. Its value is in the synthesis and practical framing, not in a never-before-heard revelation. So don't expect a shocking secret. Expect timeless wisdom, clarified and made usable. Second, understanding these ideas is the easy part. Actually living by your values against real cultural and financial pressure is genuinely hard, and no summary or book makes that work disappear. The framework points the direction. Walking it is a life's project. Knowing the key ideas is the start, not the finish. Here's the recap. Everything in one place. 1. Success and meaning are different pursuits, and confusing them causes the modern feeling of emptiness. 2. The Achievement Treadmill is designed never to deliver lasting arrival. 3. Real meaning comes from living aligned with your values, not from external scoreboards. 4. The deepest answer draws on science, philosophy, and tradition together, not one alone. And 5. The practical move is to consciously restructure your life around your values instead of around status. That's the framework at the heart of the meaning of your life. If it resonated, the book goes deeper into each piece. But you now hold the core that most people miss, that the cure for feeling lost isn't achieving more, it's aligning better. The vault is open. Take what's useful and go build a life that's actually pointed at something. If this unlocked something, the next summary in the vault breaks down another essential book on living well, distilled and ready to use. That video's on your screen right now, and the full library is linked in the description below. Subscribe to Summary Vault, the key ideas from the books that matter, in minutes every week. And tell me in the comments, of these 5 ideas, which one do you most need to hear right now? Naming it is the first step to using it. See you in the next summary.